金融时报中国金融新闻网记者提问：我们知道近年来金融领域的这个对外开放的程度是越来越高了。那么今年的政府工作报告呢，进一步提到要有序的开放银行卡清算市场，放开外资保险经纪公司经营范围限制，放宽或取消银行、证券、基金管理、期货、金融资产管理公司等外资股比限制，还有统一中外资银行的市场准入标准。那么，请问下一步对于金融业的对外开放，我们央行有什么具体的打算呢？谢谢。
With financial news, in recent years, the financial sector has been opened wider and wider to the outside world. It is pointed out in this year's government work report that China will face an opening up of bank card clearing and other markets, lift restrictions on the scope of operations of foreign invested insurance agent companies, and ease or lift restrictions on the share of foreign-owned equity in companies in sectors including banking, securities, fund management, futures, and financial asset management. China will also make market entry standards the same for both Chinese and foreign banks. What measures will be taken by the PBOC to further open up the financial sector? Thank you.
您刚才自己也说出来了。
You also mentioned about the market access. It needs to open wider. We've prepared for it for years, and since 1990s, in the end of 1990s, during the preparation of China's entry to WTO, we have been preparing for wider opening up of market access. But at that time, Asia's economy was prosperous, so we lagged behind. And later on, China joined the WTO. So in terms of market access, we achieved relatively openness. And after years of joining WTO, we continue opening up. But we encountered global financial crisis, and now we are entering a new stage. In terms of market access, we can be bold enough and open it wider. On the other hand, except for allowing the foreign institutions to enter and work in China, the opening up has its macro meaning, including China's financial institutions going abroad. In recent years, China's financial institutions have set up branches worldwide and operated multiple types of business and have been in good cooperation with other institutions. One of the key reasons is the internationalization of renminbi. Renminbi has also contributed to China's going global. Except for going abroad, in domestic market, renminbi is also a contributor. In the past 5 years, we have the Shanghai-Hong Kong connection. These are all the opening up of the economy, and this openness means the currency exchange path China has made its way, and in the future, China will further enhance this. In terms of policy, for most of the time, we did enough research, and now we are waiting for the timing in order to promote the policy into practice. And also, we are growing up during the market engagement and involvement. And during the opening up, we will learn from our own role and learn from the international competition. I want to give 2 supplementary points. The first one is the CPC Central Committee highlighted the opening up of the economy in the 19th CPC National Congress, it says openness will bring growth. So we will further implement and uphold the spirit of the Central Committee of the CPC, and President Xi chaired the 16th Central Economic Meeting and also said to open up financial development and market is also vital to China's financial and economic development. We, PBOC, and the financial institutions should uphold this spirit and implement the deployment of the CPC Central Committee. Second, you mentioned the easing and cancellation of some restrictions to the foreign institutions. Actually, we've offered this in order to offer equal basis to foreign institutions, but this doesn't mean the easing of the requirements. They are still under strict control of the laws and legislation, and we will further complete the legislative regulations and institutions in order to safeguard the economy.